I'm excited. Can I get a one if you can hear me, please? Rain, let me tell you something. Wasn't he looking a hot mess? They trying to steal you ladies' style. I mean, the baby hairs were down. He's facing the side and getting his hair. Thank you for the ones. Beige Fox is in this bitch. Unruly Love. I saw you back here. I'm like, she must have clicked the wrong link. What's going on, y'all? Asia B is here. Religion Free is here. Preppy Princess, you violating. You said you eating ribs on Taco Tuesday? They got barbecue tacos. Pull up. Preppy Princess. Where the tacos at, man? Preppy Princess, you doing your thing, okay? But they do have barbecue tacos. Just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, ladies, I don't know where to begin because I'm already feeling petty, feeling anxious because I don't know where to start because there's so much trash going on. It's unreal. Things are coming home to roost, right? People fucking around and finding out. Just everything that we said was going to be a thing is a goddamn thing. Those of y'all that saw Roland Martin's what one of my members called Bussy Break, wasn't that amazing? I mean, it's another glitch, right? Like another one of the members said, because Kevin D. Samuels had a glitch, right? And it was a whole man laying up in that bed. Well, while Roland was live, he just couldn't wait to see a man's ass until he finished his show. It was an emergency. The viewing of a man's ass is a fucking emergency. What you mean I gotta wait until after my live stream? I need to see that ass right the fuck away. What's happening, Aaliyah? What you think of that little ass that man had? Hey!
Sorry. You get me started already. Don't feel bad, Preppy Princess. I had chicken today on Taco Tuesday. Let me not say that out loud. Chicken is racist. You know only black folks eat chicken. I just want to start by saying that if you're already mad, you're about to get even madder, because we're not here to play with anybody tonight. If y'all don't know by now, we're not here to tell you what you want to hear. We're not going to hold your hands, cry with and for you, and tell you you're the victims of everything, including white supremacy. This is the wrong group and the wrong channel for that. So please spare yourselves and us the outrage and change the fucking station now. Go listen to the Breakfast Club or get the tea somewhere else. I don't want to hear any of that shit when y'all follow us everywhere we go just to hear what we have to say. So knock it off with the bullshit.
Check it out, Aaliyah. Right. The phrase "they don't like you" is, it seems like a lot of black women think that we're just speaking of the manosphere. No, Sugarfoot. We're talking about people like this, the one that's on your screen, the one that poses pro-black and all that good shit. Huh? They don't like you either. Here's the thing. I don't know if y'all remember that movie. What is the name of that movie? Wait a minute. I Got You, Sucker. With not Marlon Wayans, Keenan Ivory Wayans. I'm gonna get you, sucker. That was the name of that fucking movie. And they had a portion on there where there was this Black Pride dude, right? He had on a dashiki, and I mean his fist was in the air and all that good shit. And then when his wife and kids came out, they were white. And I'm talking about the lady was white, but the kids were all the way white as well. Did you hear what I said? They be playing in y'all faces, but ladies, you got to read between the lines. And sometimes you ain't got to read between the lines. They tell you straight the fuck up that they can't, they just can't with you. Right? Snapple, what's tea while I check on Cassie? How you doing?
Hey, girl. I had nachos today, but I didn't get to see the clip on Patreon. I was very busy today, but I'm sure I'll catch up. Girl, somebody in the chat said he looked like a Roblox. I'm screaming. Not a Roblox.
Ladies, it's bad. It's bad. Let me put a banner up here because I have some fans and stuff, and I don't want y'all to see any penises up here. Cassie, is this your real account, lovely lady?
This is me. Hey, y'all. Happy Taco Tuesday.
Happy Taco Tuesday. Look at your screen, y'all, okay? This nigga here has been losing it ever since the election, just like, half of Black America, or 80% of Black America, I guess. We got some folks with some regrets or whatever. But here's the thing, y'all. He got disrespectful. So let me just go ahead and walk you down. These are some Black women minding their business at the White House, right? Chilling. I don't know what these women believe. I don't know if they voted for Trump. They were minding their business and we were minding ours. Okay. This woman named, what is her name? Sharice Lane. She tweeted the picture and said Black excellence at the White House. Okay. You tweet what you want to. Free country. You say what you want to. I don't believe in Black excellence, but it is what it is. That's her Twitter account. She put what the fuck she wants to on there. Well, Roland has a problem with you Black women. He has a problem with the fact that you took your ass to the White House and you wasn't around here pretending like everybody wants to fuck you to fuck up. Especially when those motherfuckers that look like Roland Martin are the ones that are usually fucking you to fuck up. You're supposed to be walking around here, ducking white supremacy everywhere you go, thinking everybody hates your guts and so on and so forth. Huh? When the fact of the matter is the people that hate your guts the most come from your community. Pull up. Well, he tweets her tweet and called these women who were minding their goddamn business the help. Ladies, do you know how fucking disrespectful that is? So, if you take your Black ass to the White House, you're clearly the maid. You're clearly serving dinner and drinks and that type of stuff. There's no way that you could be in a Black history celebration with the current president. Ladies, they are fucked up out here calling you the help because I don't deal. All right. Calling you the help was massively disrespectful. And the majority of his audience, again, are Black women that look like this. Right. But he wasn't done, ladies. In the same day, he tweeted her tweet again. I mean, he was on these ladies' ass like they had fucked with him personally. Right. All on the same day. Now, daddy. When a grown man calls another man daddy, you already know what that means, right? Down to the motherfucking base, bitch. And those of y'all that was over on Patreon and saw that video, you're very clear about where the fuck he stands with this shit, right? He want to tell you how to do, when to be offended, when not to be offended. Aaliyah, I'm getting ready to tell a very long story, so please jump in this motherfucker real quick because this motherfucker's fixing to get red.
I saw that comment that he made, and I thought it was trash. Just like I thought his response to all the comments under that post was trash. All that shit was trash. And this is coming from someone who was teaching Hillary Clinton how to wobble. Okay, if that's not stereotypical and cliche, then I don't know what is. He is a prime example of why all Democrats feel like that all they have to do for Black folks is to show up singing and dancing. Furthermore, Mr. Martin, we need you to explain why you're supposed to be married, but you're looking at naked men's asses on your laptop. Hey! So we forgot about that, Roland. So it makes sense why he's all for that liberal party shit, where this type of shit is celebrated, because he likes looking at naked men's with their asses out. See, that can't be disputed at this point. We saw you. A word of advice, the next time you want to show your audience a video, you may want to consider doing it from your personal laptop unless you close all your tabs first. See, they just can't stand to see more and more Black women waking up to their bullshit. They've done absolutely nothing for Black people or the Black community. But this is how they try to shame anybody who dares to step off that Democratic plantation. Trump has done nothing to harm Black people. Those are all Democratic lies that have been cooked up by people who used to like him before he ran for president. See, Black people liked him, and all your favorite hip-hop artists liked him too. Black folks don't want to talk about that, though, because then they would have to explain why they elected Joe Biden, the man who gave them some of the most racist laws and public policies that they claim have done irreparable damage to the Black community for generations. Roland Martin is a fucking idiot, and he always has been.
That part. What's happening, Snapple? Because I can't wait. I'm ready for Petty. I'm ready for Petty. Where's his neck? Has anybody seen his neck? I got an APB out for that neck waiting on word.
The ladies in the picture now, I don't know this Sharice person, but I just wanted to point out look at how they look. They're not bald headed, no burgundy hair, no exaggerated eyelashes. I just wanted to
Snapple,
give credit.
They look the way that Black men in the manosphere said Black women should look. They have all their clothes on. They're natural for the most part. They're not twerking and they're standing on business. But hey, like I said, they don't like. Go ahead.
It's okay. You're right. But I was just pointing out that they don't look like the quintessential mammy uniform wearing nigga bitch. But you're right. Also. Of course the Blacks are big mad. They just, you know how they are. They crabs in the barrel. They're haters. They're ignorant. This ugly fat ass short fucker. Of course he has something to say. He was so fucking mad when Kamala didn't win. So I'm not surprised that he said some stupid ass hating ass shit like this. But whatever.
That part. Cassie, you want to drop a line before I get into the petty?
I do, especially for Rockman. He looks like Rockman from Marvel, Korg, or whatever his name is. The only thing wrong with this picture is the little nigglets that's in the back. But other than that, these women look gorgeous. Okay.
Listen,
beautiful.
The majority of Black women don't have a problem with Black men. So you'll see pictures like this all over the internet. You know, a divestor is something completely different. The divestors will opt out of this pic and go have, you know, a little bit of water with a little bit of lemon in it while the rest of them take that pic. Because I don't want those motherfuckers standing behind me. Pull up. Huh?
I do recognize a couple of these women, and yes, they are pro-Black. I won't say who in this picture I know is pro-Black, but that lady back there, she's the one that was going off on Brandon Johnson's ass in Chicago. So she's a very pretty woman.
I don't know these women. I just know that they was minding their business, and then this no neck motherfucker. Let me tell you something. You give a hoot, don't pollute, ass nigga. TV1 was done with you. CNN is done with you, right? BET ain't fucking with you. Let me ask you a question, home team, right? What the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing here? Aren't your people from Haiti? I'm looking at the chat. All this slavery talk and Jim Crow talk and all that shit wasn't your people's shit. Since your people from Haiti, I hear that the Hoteps are always saying that y'all whooped white people's ass, didn't you? So what the fuck are you so angry about? You need to shut the fuck up, nigga. The way that you disrespected these women, and like I said, I don't know them. You need, I can't say that here, but he's always finding a way to disrespect a black woman, right? When he has a chance. He can't go as hard as the manosphere because his audience are you, right? But whenever a black woman suffers a loss, here he the fuck come with his Twitter fingers talking about Sha'Carri Richardson got smoked like a fucking Jamaican blunt. Really? It seems like you were happy about that. He said that she got humbled, right? If you go up his Twitter line, you'll find various tweets like this where he's throwing sneak disses at black women. So be very clear. He does not fuck with you either. If it didn't come with a goddamn paycheck, he wouldn't fuck with you at all. Be very clear about that. All right. Now, let me go down just a taste. Aaliyah brought up that he was teaching Hillary Clinton how to wobble. She's absolutely correct about that. And you better be glad you a copyright motherfucker, or I would show them up here watching your owl face ass do that shit. Huh? How you gonna call somebody the help when you sitting up here doing the same shit? Really? Look, y'all, I'm getting ahead of myself.
DZ,
do you know they don't like you? Would y'all please look at the screen? Do you even like Kamala, you owl face bitch? Would you have talked to her if it didn't come with damn near $500,000? You short fat fuck. What's going on, Snapple?
I'm just saying the nerve. First of all, he's trying to criticize Sha'Carri. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
I mean, can this motherfucker even go up and down a flight of stairs? He looks like he needs to be wearing a helmet. He probably can't even do a jog, let alone a sprint in a race. And how is he calling anybody the help? He called those black women the help when he looked like he was what they say, shucking and jiving for the Hillary campaign. I mean, what the fuck was he doing for her?
He needs to make a retraction from that post, because that was just a minor setback for Sha'Carri, because she came back and she was victorious after that. So I wonder, did he also write about that also? Did you edit that post, Roland? Because Sha'Carri kicked ass when she returned.
Girl, imagine a short, fat ass nigga with no fucking neck, very small limbs, trying to talk shit about a motherfucking athlete. Ain't she in the Olympics? Like, she real up there. Like, the audacity of these niggas. Look at these niggas. Mammies, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to have a conversation, because y'all keep worshiping these niggas, and they got the audacity to be saying shit like this. Like, the nerve of him. The nerve. I cannot believe. I can't.
Immaculate. I'm a Southerner. I'm a Southerner, girl. I'm a Southerner. You hear it? It is what it is. Yes, indeed. What's happening, Cassie?
Also, Immaculate, I see that you said this your first live, so you're clutching your pearls, girl. Welcome. But it be the one, for me, and I'm always realizing it's always the black man. First of all, they all sassy. Let's start there. But it be the ones one day away from a cardiac arrest talking about a black woman's physique. That don't make no sense to me. He looked just like that picture, DZ, that you put in Patreon of that man standing in front of that lady. And I'm still sick about that. I'm very disgusted that you posted that.
Look, that's just who the hell they are. I mean, how do you deal with no neck? How is this possible? I don't like you. You just
right.
And the owl looks so much better. The owl is cute. This nigga look like we need to spray him.
This that owl cute.
You need Reid is what he need.
Roland Martin, you are a joke. Okay, you've been a joke. There was a time where you were fired, and then you came up with this unfiltered, right? And every chance you get, you're posting your Cash App and all this shit around. Leave the content creators, the content creator. I thought you were a TV personality. You dropped down a touch, didn't you? Sharing your Zelle and all that shit there. That's for us little people, remember? But you had to crawl down into, I guess, the garbage to go ahead and drag black women. Be very clear. I know you don't like black women. You never have. Okay. You stay correcting them on live TV when y'all should have had a discussion, right, about the topic before you came out there. But you don't do that with them. You come out there and you take your chance to embarrass them because deep down inside, homeboy, I know you don't like them. Go ahead, Aaliyah.
I just want to give an honorable mention also to Al Sharpton's ugly ass, Angela Wright, and Jamal Bryant. They all need to get some of this too, because you're all Democratic whores and pro-black charlatans who have made money playing in the trauma of black folks for years by enabling them to wallow around in victimhood on behalf of the Democratic Party, the party who put them in that position in the first place and left them there. All these so-called power to the people, brothers and sisters that took all that money from Kamala Harris's campaign, tried to guarantee her the election by staging fake interviews, and she still lost. The Congressional Black Caucus are all thieves, just like Black Lives Matter and the NAACP and the rest of those organizations. I said what the fuck I said. All these people have done is enrich themselves, and to do that, they had to keep black people outraged. Y'all are so for the advancement of black people when these predominantly black neighborhoods still look a fucking mess, and y'all are all okay with them constantly electing the same people year after year and nothing has improved. Knowing that if y'all truly were the benevolent saints of the pro-black movement that you portray yourselves to be, you would have put principles over politics a long time ago. A lot of y'all are represent some of the worst districts in this country, are making some of the most noise right now while redirecting our taxpayer funds to illegal immigrants. Funny how that doesn't seem to be an area of interest for all these fucking Africans and Caribbeans we have in our country's politics. It should be a congressional requirement that our representatives be born in this country. And I mean that shit. Furthermore, it's funny how they're concerned for all these traumatized federal workers, but that shit doesn't seem to apply to ICE, Border Control, Patrol, the local police, or anybody else that's in law enforcement, because they have done everything they can to get all those women and men unalived, especially AOC. I guess the federal workers and civil service, they don't count.
That part, they are a joke. Ladies, listen, I was on the roll with the animal kingdom this past weekend, and you know, hey, listen, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Listen, fuck Roland, black women, right? Like the one on the screen. We can't afford this nonsense right now. I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this, ladies. Right now, we cannot afford this haughty bullshit. You are in a situation right now, okay? Like I was telling y'all, there was a Black History Month celebration up at the White House, all right? Now, remember, the pro-blacks want you to be angry at all times. If they did a Black History Month celebration, it's a problem. If they don't do it, it's a problem. If he doesn't know these people's social security number, you know, Frederick Douglass social security number and all that shit, it's a problem, right? Check out Jemele trying to make it seem like a bad thing that they had a Black History Month celebration at the White House. Let's go.
He also mentioned at the same time that there were going to be statues of Kobe Bryant and Muhammad Ali. So it just seems a little hypocritical that you would be doing everything in your power to sort of outlaw the teachings of what, say, a Muhammad Ali stood for. Like, are you going to tell people that he stood against war, that he stood against these very progressive civil rights issues? That doesn't seem to be the part of it. And what I noticed there from that clip is that he had to read letter by letter about what these people, what these great Americans have done in terms of progress for our country, because it's not something he's familiar with and not something that is natural for him. So I consider this to be an insult, a slap in the face. And frankly, all the people that attended this, look, I guess God bless you if you've never been to the White House and maybe you looked at it as some kind of great experience. But everything this president has stood for and done in the last decade or so has been a complete rejection of what Black history is.
Abel, how do you square what Jemele is saying there, that this...
Anyway, the man that was getting ready to talk next, he was quiet. He let her speak, and she was being ridiculous, but she went uninterrupted. And then she said, I guess none of you have been invited to the White House like it's some sort of wonderful thing. Well, bitch, it is. This is a great country. And when you're invited to the White House, right, that's an honor. Have you forgotten? That's an honor. But anyway, y'all, as the white dude or whatever he is was fixing to talk, this was her face. The disrespect is unnecessary. Jemele, can you just be professional? Nobody told you to flip that man over and start eating his ass, but could you hold a professional face while shit was going down? I mean, the whole time he was talking, she was over there acting like she was having a stroke, bitch, because her face was contorting all over the place. You are disrespectful. And again, Black women can't afford it right now. Aaliyah, take her ass to the bank.
President Trump needs to understand that he'll never be able to win with people like this. There is nothing he can do. They were complaining because he was reading details about the people's backgrounds off a piece of paper. Like some of these Black people can recall random facts about different civil rights people off of the top of their heads. Every year in school, they teach us about the same 10 people. So if it's not Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, y'all asses are going to have to Google it too. And if he just tried to do it from memory and he messed something up, the argument would have then been that he wasn't respectful and he didn't care enough to do some research to get his facts straight. See, he didn't even put in any research and all this type shit. That would have been the next complaint, because that's what the miserable bitches do all day. They find shit to complain about, and if they can't find anything, then they just start making shit up. I've been saying that for years. They have to have something to be outraged or upset about. That's pretty much the typical Black woman these days, and a lot of people are over that shit at this point, myself included, because people are tired of these Black people constantly sitting around talking about how much harder they've had it than everybody else. Nobody cares about how hard you think you had to work. Name one person who hasn't. No matter how easy you think someone else had it, you can trust and believe that you are not the only one who has had to struggle. You're not special in any kind of way, and they still don't get why they lost everything this last election. People are tired of this same old song and dance, but I guess, without the victimhood card, the race hustle is no longer effective. And a lot of people have gotten rich from playing in other people's trauma. Black people just have to sit around feeling sorry for themselves all day, or the grift just doesn't work. And Jemele Hill, do me a favor and shut the fuck up. I've had enough of you and Abby Phillip at this point. They lied and said Trump was canceling Black History Month, and then they tried to shame him and the people who attended when he wanted to throw an actual event to celebrate Black History Month. I guess you're not going to tell us that Black History Month should only be celebrated by Black people, but y'all want all this inclusion, though. That's why I said, girl, shut the fuck up. They get on my goddamn nerves. They always got something to say.
That part. Snapple, what's tea? And Poison Ivy, that part. I mean, y'all get it down there. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So once again, the Blacks are being racist per usual. I agree with Aaliyah. President Trump need to give the Blacks his ass to kiss, because it doesn't matter what he does. They're going to be mad regardless. So he needs to just vibe out, do what he feels, go with his intuition, because it doesn't matter. They mad, they jealous, they hateful. They want to keep racist DEI. They mad about that, and it's just bullshit. So I'm kind of sadistically happy when the Blacks have these irrational meltdowns. It's pretty entertaining. I've been having my popcorn. I actually didn't see this clip, but I'm not surprised. Like y'all said, if he would have just outright ignored it and abolished it, that would have been an issue. And it's almost like they're mad because he actually did acknowledge it. So that kind of took away a talking point. So now you're going to try to spin it and say, oh, well, he didn't know it off the back of his hand. He needed a paper. Girl, first of all, ain't nobody worshiping Muhammad Ali and whoever the fuck else he mentioned. Don't nobody give a fuck about these fucking old ass washed up Black figures. Okay, be glad that they were acknowledged at all. Okay, because American history goes far beyond them and what they contributed. Okay, like please.
It's the whole way she was trying to talk down to people. Well, I guess like maybe if y'all have never been to the White House, that would maybe impress somebody like y'all. Basically, that's basically how she was trying to say it, trying to talk down to them people because they accepted the invitation. Whether that was their first time going or not, whether or not they wanted to see the White House, it's just when you get certain invitations or you get certain phone calls, baby, you answer. It don't motherfucking matter. See, you can sit up with your ass on your shoulders trying to be like bitches like you, and we'll look with our face tuned up like a horse's ass, just like yours look.
Kathy, you got anything before I go ahead and spill Jamil's tea? Because Jamil know black men ain't worth the fuck. She know it, and I'm gonna prove it. You got anything, Cassie?
Yeah, I'm just to add on to a snap on Aaliyah said, even what you said, it's damned if you do and damned if you don't. President Trump has done more for the blacks, like Snap likes to call it, than Biden did. Even though he shouldn't. Them even pushing this whole agenda that he was going to cancel Black History Month, and then still had nothing but black people in the White House. And for this stupid bitch to talk about if you've never been to the White House, I guess it's exciting. Yes, it is exciting. Like you said, it is an honor. A lot of people live here in America all of their lives and never even step foot on the soil of
Cassie,
the grass.
it's a lot of people that have never been to Washington, D.C. It's some people that live here in Georgia that have never been outside the 285 perimeter. And I'm not making that shit the fuck up, much less going to the next state, much less going to D.C. And they always got their dick lick a flapping. It's crazy to me.
This is how childish they are. You're not supposed to accept the invitation from a white man who just so happens to be the president of the United States. Girl, miss me with that bullshit. If that bitch sounding like she mad cause her invitation got lost in the mail.
I was gonna say that. She upset that nobody invited her stupid ass there with that bright ass blonde hair looking a mess. To be making all these tired ass, learn how to cope. Yeah, this shit is so ghetto. Learn how to coast with. You are national television making faces while another person is discussing what apparently is the topic that everybody wants to know about, right? So why are you sitting here making faces like you a dumb bitch who don't know how to properly present yourself in public on national television? These
hold on a second. Hold on a second, Cassie. Black dude, I don't know what you're doing in my back, right? I need you to understand. I don't have conversations nor panel members that were born black, or I don't do y'all. I don't know who sent you, but that's not gonna work. Your camera came on and everything. You don't even know how to function your goddamn screen. But there's some mammies out there that would literally start creaming in they shit, right? To have you on their panel. Not only that, they'll shut up the fellow women that's on their panel just so that you can speak because they honor you, right? I don't do that, right? Anyway, Jemele, she knows that black men just want a bigger portion of the patriarchy. That's been a long-standing fact for a very long time. You have to remember who was the first person to own a black slave in this here country that happened to be a black man. Black men also sold you into slavery, right? The first time they went to the fucking Supreme Court was to make sure that they didn't have to marry you, huh? They want a piece of the goddamn pie. Frederick Douglass did the same goddamn thing, right? Shoved his wife to the side so he can work with some fucking white women. She ended up dying, but it is what it is. Ladies, Jemele was correct about that. But knowing that, why are you doing what you doing, Jemele? You do everything for these motherfuckers and they cannot stand you. They can't stay. They hate. Ladies, every time she's mentioned, especially when she's doing sports casting, right? They say she's the worst part of ESPN, right? Not people that have essayed folks, not folks that have acted a fucking fool. The fact that Jemele was even there talking, they hated that shit. The sound of her voice gets on their nerves. Right? It was some black men that were angry that she even got the job at the time because they said it was a lot of black men that would have loved to have that job. Again, they want part of the patriarchy. She knows that shit and she still carries the fuck on like a goddamn idiot. She stays defending herself, right? Because they tell her she hates black men. Ladies, Jemele loves black men. She loves them. But she keeps entertaining the thought that people may think that she doesn't like them. Jemele is a fucking idiot, okay? And anti for the sake of being anti. Up is down and down is up with this bitch. Aaliyah, you got anything? Oh, go ahead, Snapple. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I wanted to get back to them tired ass, raggedy ass micro braids. This bitch want to sit up here on this anti-white rant while she got some blonde ass hair in her head. And if you know, these be the same type of bitches that say, other cultures are appropriating if they decide to wear braids. And if somebody on that panel that was white made all those faces while she was making her point, she would have been quick to claim that the black woman was being disrespected. I can't stand these mammy ass hoes. She really mad at those black women that were at that White House because they chose to go on the side of the winning team. And these mammy mules, even though she is fully aware of the treacherous nature of the Kangs, she got the audacity with the knowledge at hand to be hateful and nasty and trying to be condescending toward those black women that I don't give a fuck what she say about them niggas, but she's trying to throw all that shade toward those black women that went to that White House, that went to that celebration, that support this president of our great country, of our nation, and she could kiss my ass. I mean, is she gonna be fired next? Since they clean the house.
That's all they do over on CNN is be antagonistic, especially Abby Phillip. She is one of those people that's just nice, nasty, and she tried to pretend to be, you know, poised and articulate and well-spoken. But you do not fool me. That fake passivity, all that bullshit, that it does not fool me. I don't like. She's antagonistic. Just like the majority of the black women they have, or the Carrie Champion is another one. They have them up there, and their job is to be anti for the sake of being anti and to find something to complain about. Like I said, what miserable bitches do all day. Just find something to complain about, no matter what it is. Tell everybody how oppressed you are. All these millionaires, they got all this money, but you're going to continue to tell us all about how oppressed you've been. You got all these degrees and you're so educated, but this country is still so racist at the same time. So please, by all means, a whole bunch of rich motherfuckers, you tell me how hard you've had it. People are tired of hearing that bullshit.
I know I am. Cassie, you got anything? But y'all, she's constantly defending herself. I wish I would try to validate your opinion. Black community, no. Go ahead.
She's the most mammiest of the mammiest bitches ever. She's very passive aggressive.
No, she's in the competition, okay? Because it's some heavy hitters out here. I mean, damn, how can you live like this?
What makes it so crazy? Oh shit! Go ahead, these.
Ladies, oh my God, this another one. Joy, why are you so upset about the goings on in the past history of this country? Your daddy came from the Republic of the Congo, right? Your motherfucking mama came from Guyana. Y'all immigrated here. You get here, fought to get here, right? And then you're gonna start trashing the country that you fought so hard to get in, the one that made it possible for you to climb up the ranks. Do you know how many black women who went to school for journalism that would have loved to made it where you are? Lady, you were a news host, right? But you turned your news show into an opinion post. You were no better than a podcaster because you give opinions instead of facts. And that shit is embarrassing, right? You thought you can go on like that? Ladies, you can't do that, right? I know newly divested women, probably it hits the eardrum a little hard, but black men lost. Therefore, as a black woman, you're going to have to integrate and assimilate. This bitch got her nerve. Y'all, let's just look at a little montage of some of the shit that she said. Some of the shit, I can't even play that shit on the channel. She was being so racist. But anyway, let's go.
In America, there's a thing about both white vigilantism and white tears, particularly male white tears. Really white tears in general, because that's what Karens are, right? They Karen out, and then as soon as they get caught, it's like, Green Waterworks.
Ron DeSantis has been waging a full-scale war against the black past. It's illegal to make white people feel uncomfortable in Florida.
You also have the restrictions in schools over what can be taught about race and gender for fear white children might feel bad when they find out that not all white people in history were heroes.
Do any of you guys trust Uncle Clarence?
These Republicans are dangerous. They're dangerous to our national security because stoking that kind of soft white nationalism
eventually leads to the hardcore.
From the Tea Party on, they're voting on race. The idea that they can't get whatever job they want. A black person got it, therefore drive all the blacks out of the colleges. They're just voting.
A little walk.
Did you hear what you said? That people were mad that black people got the job. So you just undid your whole argument right there. Black people were getting hired all over the place. And ladies, I got some numbers, okay? And they're not looking good going forward, all right? I'm probably going to do that behind the wall, but these numbers with your government jobs, ladies, it states that 65% of degreed black women work for the government in some shape or form. Now is not the time for this fuck shit. But the crazy part of that little montage was the fact that she talked about tears. Oh my God, whenever they're upset, they bring up the white tears and they just start crying on cue and go.
My show had value. And that, I'm sorry, that what I was doing had value. And in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And I say this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize. And that it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that in the end, thank you. Where I land is that the moment of guilt that I felt, that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young baby or a mom or a dad that was killed, or when we opened up people's eyes to the fact that Asian Americans were being targeted, and not just black folks, or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing but come to this country like my parents did and try to make a life and defended them, or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution, that is injurious to our liberty, defending books that people find inconvenient, that Nicole Hannah-Jones put into our spirit, that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country, whether it's talking about any of these issues, and yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I can't take it no more. My thing is this, y'all. It was the tears for me, right? The tears that she accused everybody else of having. And she almost, if y'all ever listened to that whole clip, she almost apologized. But with the nigga bitch gene is standing out and its dominance, she went on ahead and stood 10 toes down, even though she lost $1 million show, right? What the hell is going on here, y'all? Black women, you're going to have to stop this shit. You have to understand that you in somebody else's shit. You can argue with me about who built this country or whatever. The fact of the matter is who owns this motherfucker now. You can't do this, okay? She is pole-mouthing at this point, and the shit is embarrassing. You was real nasty beforehand, telling people that they were part of, I can't say that word up here, but you said some real nasty shit, real disgusting shit about non-black people. And you brought up the Asians. You know who was fucking the Asians up? Black folk. Aaliyah, what's tea?
I know damn well, I'm finna go in a minute, but I know damn well that wasn't that little bald head kid from Baby's Kids that you had up there next to that lady.
That was Little Bill.
Oh, I was so far out base. I'm like, what the hell? She put this cartoon up here. You are so petty. But I'm gonna go ahead and let one of the other ladies go, because I'm finna tear her ass up. I'm sick of her.
Girl,
what's up, Snapple?
I know Mr. Okay.
Oh, okay. Y'all, Lord have mercy. Y'all know her being bald headed triggers me, but I never noticed all those rolls in her neck. As I've been watching her get roasted across YouTube, I'm like, why she got all them rolls in her neck? Where did that come from? But I wasn't fully aware of Joy Reid until the election, and I don't know how she was. I saw the montage. She was wearing wigs and shit. I don't know what the hell made her think going bald was the move. I guess all the mammies want to be bald now. I don't know. But
so, Snapple, let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
Well, she had came on her show one day, and it was this fucked up blonde wig that she was wearing.
Oh, she stole Trump's hairdo. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I
they told
that.
her that she stole Trump's hairdo, so she buzz cut the shit all off. Bitch, really?
Well, okay, so listen, this is the thing. She has been extremely hateful toward our president, our great, wonderful president, Big Zaddy Trump, you know. And I've been seeing these clips since the election. She is unhinged. She went full on election denier. She's been calling everybody that supports him a Nazi. Sorry, I don't know if we could say that. But, you know, it's just been very unhinged. And I don't know how she had $1 million show on MSNBC. She couldn't even pull 1 million viewers. And for the blacks, they want to, girl, that last show, there was so many fake ass black people talking about, oh, we all got to stream the show. We got to show our support. Girl, do you know this raggedy hoe, Joy Reid, took her happy ass down to some podcast and was begging people to email MSNBC and tell them how important she is. They had a whole template, a form. Bitch, do you not see how nobody fucks with you? You wouldn't have to do all that. If the blacks were so together and supportive of each other like they want to claim to be, she would have had more than 1 million views. She would be knocking it out of the park. Nobody was watching that weird, ashy, bald-headed ass show. Nobody would give a fuck about your fucking Trump derangement syndrome, bitch. Come on, my show was valuable, bitch. No, it wasn't. Your show was not valuable. Even black people didn't think the shit was valuable because they weren't watching the shit. Nobody was watching the shit. This bitch had the weakest ratings on MSNBC. And like you said, I don't give a fuck how liberal these white people want to pretend. At some point, it has got to be annoying as a white person to be aligning yourself with somebody black that continually demonizes you for some shit you did not do. You are not born. You are not around for. So yes, them liberal ass white people at MSNBC was like, you know what? This is a little too unhinged for me. And Rachel Maddow's bald-headed ass had the audacity to come on her show, caping for Joy Reid. That's very performative, bitch. If you really want to stand beside your black bald-headed ass sister, quit your show too, bitch, because you lack as well.
Boom. How about that part in Snapple? I see people in the comment section and these little social media streets talking about, I don't know what people talking about. Joy Reid's show was the top rated show over there. So what they doing? Joy, I got a question for you though. If these people are so bad, why are you asking black folk to write white folk to let you back in? Let me repeat that. You want them, black folks, to email white folks to let you back in with white folks. That is amazing to me. It's kind of like what Jemele was saying. It's a slap in the face. You don't think that's a smack in the face to those fake ass black people that wasn't watching your goddamn show? Let me tell you why your show wasn't getting any ratings. Blackistan stupid, right? Go over to Zeus. They all over the motherfucking place. But when it comes to talking about politics, even if your politics are wrong, they don't want to hear that shit. They want to see two bitches spit in each other's face and rip each other weave out. That's just where they at with it. And they want to know, the only thing about politics they want to know is what you giving me. How much is the check? Speaking of the check, I'm seeing 5 years later, you bitches going to jail over those PPP loans, and I'm enjoying every second of it because I told your funky ass that was coming too. Cassie, was tea.
But DC, Mr. Bill done lost her damn mind because there's no way. I can't even say Mr. Bill at this point is giving Mr. Clean. There's no way she brought her ass. And again, I keep saying same thing Snapu just said. You guys are talking shit about white people on their platforms with the internet that they built, using the microphone that they created, with the hair color that grew out of their scalp. You look and sound stupid. And it doesn't make any sense. And then my thing is, you don't think that eventually, like Snapple was saying, like we all are saying, they're going to get tired of y'all disrespecting them. They're going to get tired of y'all calling them all types of races and all types of stuff. You don't think they're going to get tired of that eventually and start snatching shit away? They're done. That 65% thing is very true. I've been seeing that all over the place. Y'all really need to
Cassie,
watch.
it's worse. It's worse than what you think, Cassie. You wait till, y'all wait till the end of the week. But ladies, it's worse than what the fuck you think. They are in a mess. Here's the thing. Read the room. Read the room. Ladies, that race grift is over. It's done. It's cooked. It's yesteryear. It's played. It's corny, goddammit. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Yes, ma'am.
Her show was called The Readout, and she couldn't even read the room. Bitch didn't even see that she was about to get fired. This bitch thought she was really posted up, really doing big things. Like, girl, did you see her last show? She had a MSNBC merchandise jacket and all this. She's like, girl, get the fuck out of here, bitch. You're fired. And my Donald Trump voice, bitch, you're fired.
Leah, you ready yet?
I
This is
have no
insane.
sympathy for Joy Reid. She was
Me
fired
either.
because no one was watching that damn show. Of course, they're going to try to find a way to make it Trump's fault that she was fired from MSNBC, who has been extremely anti-Trump for years and has pretty much allowed her to say whatever she wants. Now they're saying that all that Trump bashing didn't break him. It only made him stronger. It only made the people who did their own research and learned the truth even more pissed off at the nonstop lies told by our own mainstream media. And that's why Joy will get no sympathy, because she addressed everything but all those lies they set up and told all that time, including all that shit about Kamala. She was never ahead in the polls. Y'all were heavily editing her interviews to make her look and sound more coherent and cohesive than she was. You interfered in the election right in front of our faces the whole time, trying to cheat. You all were skewing poll numbers in her favor, still trying to cheat. Nobody was buying what she was selling, and y'all was still lying. And now we know several of you news outlets were getting paid millions of dollars by USA to manipulate the American people and sway the election. All they do is lie. Crime is down. The border is secure. Border crossings are at an all-time low. The economy is strong. Inflation is not a thing. The job market is booming. Biden is sharp as a tack. Does any of that sound familiar? The lies just did not stop, and that's not including all the personal lies they told on Trump when they were chopping and screwing sound bites and clips from interviews. Trump said if he lost, there would be a bloodbath. Trump said that there were good people on both sides. Trump wanted to off Liz Cheney. Trump is Hitler and his supporters are Nazis. Trump, 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 all day and night. Outside of that, they had absolutely nothing. Now it's Elon. It's of that. This is a fucking problem. Because instead of admitting that they were wrong, they doubled down on all these lies and called everybody who said anything different racist, sexist, homophobic, and transphobic xenophobes. And now they see that all that name calling shit has gotten old and played out. People are tired of all these black people feeling like they had a right to publicly bash everybody else and then say, I'm black, so I can't be racist. Because I asked the questions a long time ago, and it has yet to be answered. How long do y'all expect these people to sit around and provide y'all the platforms to bash them with while being as racist as you want to be, knowing damn well that no white people could get away with saying the shit that y'all have been saying, and you're still catching feelings over the N-word. But you think you have the right to say whatever you like. But let me guess, all these millionaires are sitting around in Congress and on television being just so oppressed by this racist country that you have to vent to us for hours about problems that you just don't fucking have. It makes sense, right? This is how I know we're not all on the same planet. Everybody is just being intellectually dishonest, prideful, deceitful, and delusional.
So check it, ladies. She's all the way correct. If you want to take it down to the meat and potatoes about why these black women are acting this way, you already know it's because of their undying love for the black male, right? But when you look on the interwebs, you see nothing but black men clowning the shit out of her. Some of them have YouTube channels, some of them don't. Some of them just basic trolls, but one thing's for certain, these niggas got on her ass, right? You're fighting for them, Joy, but they are enjoying your tears. The fact that Joy Reid was fired on Black History Month tells me America is healing. Do you catch the disrespect in that with your Trump wig? Did you catch the disrespect in that? Let's keep going. We got us another one. Rob Smith. He went all the way in on you. Joy Reid pushed the C word, right? Trump collusion and BLM hoaxes. He just went the fuck in, right? He said, your tears mean nothing. I'm glad your trash show is gone. These are the people, right, that you're fighting for. And you're asking these people to give you an email so you can get back with the white people who you say so goddamn racist. Let's just keep going, right? Common sense says me watching Joy Reid cry. Look at the way these niggas are celebrating the fact that you are experiencing a crisis and an income loss in your life. But make no mistake about it, you already knew that black people didn't like black women. We've been hollering that shit for years around this motherfucker. Black men don't like you, and black women can't stand you either, but they don't want you to go anywhere. They know good and well, if you go somewhere, you're going to piss black men off, and then there's the coochie minimum. It kind of gets, fucked with a little bit. So stay here, mule with me, and let's say nothing but a black man for me. But whenever you're experiencing a crisis, right, they come back to back to back to back. Ladies, you got black women that listen to this nigga that's on the screen. I ain't gonna say his name. Y'all know who the fuck he is, right? And bye-bye, right? He just went all the way in. I have to screenshot shit because when you play shit over here that quote unquote belongs to somebody else, we don't get that type of grace because we're divestors. I get it. But look at what this one said, Mr. Jason Whitlock, right? He brought up the words black woman, right? He couldn't believe it, right? You've been called racist and everybody caters to black women. Only someone like Joy Reid is even allowed a platform to be blatantly racist. Really? Really? Don't make me call no names up here. Go ahead.
He gets on my fucking nerve too, but your time will come, Mr. Whitlock. Your time will come. But I just want to say, can you imagine the balls it takes to say, hey, white people, y'all are all racist and white supremacists, and I'm tired of you Karens and your white tears, and white people are all evil, and that goes double for the straight white man. At the same time, y'all have to hire me and give me a job, and you can't fire me for any reason, and if you do, you're all racist. That's essentially what they're all saying. This is how crazy they sound. I have freedom of speech, so you have to provide me with the platform to bash you on. And if you don't, you're just racist. And like my mom used to say, honey, if it's like that, then you need to have all your own shit, especially if you think you're going to live under my roof and in my house and tell me what the hell you're not going to do. And a lot of so-called adults seem to be having trouble understanding this. All this liberal shit has done nothing but create a bunch of entitled monsters at this point.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But
ladies, I
but
want
Ali,
y'all to see. I want y'all to see what these black. Never forget this. Those of y'all that stay on that fucking fence when a black woman is experiencing a crisis, and make no mistake about it, I can't stand Joy Reid's funky ass, but she went hard for these Negroes. Hey, she went hard to no avail, and now she's out in the cold. When these black men made these posts, they were signifying. Well, DC, who were they signifying to? White men. Look over there, Zaddy. They're the problem, not us. We wasn't on her team the whole time. We was on your team. And you're being left out in the cold. And they'll meet you at night on Clubhouse and have sit downs and round tables. But when the lights come back on, they go to scattering to make sure that the world knows that they wasn't with you the whole fucking time. Pull up. Cassie, you were trying to say something. Let me get this from up here.
yeah, and I was gonna say to Leah's point, honestly, to what you just said too. So we already know, like DZ said, the black men want to be real close to the white men, real close. It's the black women, these mammy bitches, who are dumb enough to continue to push them away or ask them for stuff while telling them that they ain't shit and they don't need the white man for nothing and marching for their kangs. And then when shit hits the fan, like it always does, and it will continue to hit the fan, they banging on the white man's door asking them for some help. At this point, for her specifically, there is no, well, for a lot of these maybe bitches, but for her specifically at this point, there is no sympathy, there is no empathy, there is no pity. You're a dummy, bitch. You went online, did all of this crazy talk, like Aaliyah just said, calling them everything, calling them all types of names, saying how you truly feel about them on their shit. They kicked you off their shit, and now your kangs, your men, are laughing at your dumb ass. Do you feel bad? You should.
It's wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. She's not the first, nor will she be the last to fuck around and find out. Oh, I heard y'all got a little boycott coming. I'm gonna speak on that shit right after Snapple says her thing.
Yes, I wanted to say I'm so glad you showed all those tweets that the Kangs put out, because I saw Joy Reid crying on that Ashy Black podcast she was on before she, when she said her show was worth something, which it wasn't. And she said that she kind of felt guilty and she was trying to grappling with, and she mentioned BLM. And so, yeah, bitch, you sat your ass up there with all them rolls in your neck with that bald ass head, popping all that shit against white people, caping for these black men that were criminals and dredges to society that met their issue. And that's what you get in return. You get fucking fired and mocked by the same people that you did all that shit for. She didn't have to do that. Joy Reid, I think her show came on 7 days a week or 5 days a week, whatever. And at a certain point, it's like you watch one show, you watch them all. Doesn't matter how many press conferences Donald Trump does. Doesn't matter how many new developments come out. It's the same. Elon bad, Trump bad, whites are racist, blacks are oppressed. This bitch, even I saw a clip, she admitted to be an affirmative action pick. That's how she got into Harvard. Like, girl, it's just ridiculous. You know, I'm glad that this is just poetic justice. This is just poetic justice that she could see this. Oh, real quick too. I saw Don Lemon's raggedy ass popping shit to Megyn Kelly, a white woman, because she said to Joy Reid, who's crying now, and he went the fucking on her. Don Lemon with your bitch ass. There goes some men, some so-called men. Why don't you go give them some of that vitriol? They making fun of little Bill. They making fun of her. So go over there. These things, all they could do is pick on women.
That part. Ladies, listen. Like Nomi Hagan said in the chat, February 28th is going to be my biggest shopping day of the year on purpose. Okay. Black folks, they have this thing going on February 28th. They're not shopping anywhere. And that's a beautiful thing. So if you want to shop in peace, February 28th will be the day to go. You don't have to wait in line while they tear up those WIC checks and put them on the counter and they verify them. You don't have to wait in line while she uses her cell phone to see what the SNAP balance is. You don't have to hear all these children crying with the sugar smacks in their motherfucking hand running around the store. You don't have to hear this bitch talking loud on her cell phone. You don't have to walk past one of these nakers and they smell like a whole bag of cannabis around this bitch. You don't have to do any of that. So if you want to shop in peace, right? Hey, get busy. But I want to tell you
what you said. A lot more shit will be available for purchase too, because there won't nobody be running off with the shit.
That part. So it would behoove you, go ahead and stay your ass up out of there, black folk. It is what it is. But here's the thing. I want to bring up something to you about your Walmart boycott. Ever since you announced it, right? Walmart kind of replied, but they didn't. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, though. After they redirect, because Walmart said they're redirecting because they tired of you and your bullshit, right? They're not going to be the low price, champion anymore. They said they were going for upper income people because they're tired of your shit. That's just basically what it is. But ladies, they have nowhere else to go. Walmart is the #1 grocer in this country, okay? And when black people told other black people, we're going to shop at Aldi instead, Aldi rushed to their table and got rid of their DEI too. Like I said, they have nowhere to go. But here's the thing. Walmart is reporting ever since you don't like them no more, that they've had their most successful quarter in years. Hey, is that a coincidence or what's happening? They said since you said you wasn't coming no more, that they have had their largest spending quarter in a very long time. Need I remind you that in previous shows, I told y'all Walmart was leaving certain communities because of all the shoplifting, crime, smash and grabs and all that shit here. If you don't believe me on their price and their money getting their bag getting shit going on right now because black people ain't coming no more, check them out, y'all.
Let's get to Walmart now. Shares ripping to another all-time high today.
So for Walmart, the wealthy consumer is where they've been gaining the majority of shares.
In recent quarters, in particular, a lot of analysts have been asking what's going on with Walmart. Why is it having so much success with these high?
Because the motherfucking black people, because we're on YouTube, ain't coming. That means we can shop in peace. We can walk slow, look at items. We don't have to hurry up and rush the fuck up out of there because you're making the place unfucking bearable. You're too goddamn loud. You always have a problem. Even when you're an employee there, you try to not make contact with customers because God forbid you work in there, somebody has a question about where an item is located. You're just trash. But look at the way they redirecting. So you go ahead with your boycott. It's going to fail. Let's go.
Higher income households that are generally defined as having an income of $100,000 or more per year. I'm Melissa Repko, and I'm a retail reporter for CNBC. For the past few weeks, I've been hearing a lot about Walmart's gains with upper income consumers. Those shoppers contributed again to the company's results in the most recent quarter. U.S. e-commerce sales grew 20% in the quarter, and home delivery, popular with those wealthier shoppers, is getting Walmart's online business closer to profitability too. Walmart's stock has...
I'm going to stop it there. Black folks, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You are not the contributors in this goddamn economy like you think you are. When you make threats like that, people are going to go back to their boardrooms and redirect. Rich people done jumped in the goddamn game. Now, I reminded y'all that 67 cents on the dollar is all these places get with the SNAP benefits. When people are using their own money, they go ahead and get the whole goddamn profit. Ladies, what's going to happen is Walmart is going to continue to raise prices. They're going to continue to have successful quarters, and they're going to put out a statement saying everybody's welcome. We felt your boycott, but you can come back. We've learned our lesson. That's going to be a fortune cookie statement. Ladies, they ain't putting a dent in shit. How in the hell do you think that your men are not producing anything, don't have you so much as a co-op, and that you're going to threaten somebody that you ain't coming? What you going to do? I heard one of the preachers say, don't go to Walmart. If you got to, go ahead and eat some ramen noodles. Well, where the fuck those come from? Can somebody tell me where the nigga noodles at? I'm looking at the chat. Where they sell the nigga noodles at? What they flavored like? Grape Kool-Aid?
Maybe they called nappy noodles or something.
Oops.
Maybe they're like really coily instead of the wavy noodle pattern.
And then the math ain't mathing. Another preacher told him, go get everything you need on the 27th and don't shop on the 28th. Hey, dumbass. That just means they're going to get your money on the 27th and not the 28th. But at the end of the day, they're going to get your goddamn money, bitch. What's Tia, Leah? I'm loving this
They
shit.
have really overvalued themselves. You are 13% of the entire population. They haven't learned yet that people are trying to be everywhere you're not. So if you're not there, trust and believe they're going to be there in the store, because I'm going shopping. Actually, I got several stops to make Friday. So since we know that y'all are not going to be there, please, I stick to this plan and do not go shopping Friday, because I got several stores I would like to hit up, and I would like to do it in peace.
We've been notified, ladies. We've been notified. Breaking news. We tripping. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Nobody gives a fuck what you think. Okay? You have to have dollars for people to give a fuck. Nobody's scared that you're not coming to get the juicy juice, the King Vitaman, right? The cheese, the milk, that type of shit. Ladies, they don't count. I hate to say that shit like that. They don't count. These are what you call idle threats. The Black Power fist got to come down. I'm sorry. Move around. Move around.
But DZ, you right. They really think the world don't move if they don't do something, if they don't buy something. I don't understand how a group that don't own shit think that if they stop putting their money into things, the world not gonna spin like it's supposed to spin. Don't nobody give a fuck that you're not coming to go shopping. But I mean, we shopping, but we don't give a fuck that you're not going to go shopping. I don't know why they think they got more power than they actually do. Nobody cares. They don't want to see your ass.
Cassie, I'll tell you why. Cassie, let me tell you why. Because people have been coddling them ever since. It's been decades, right? When Black people are upset, white people used to give a little. All right. Well, we'll change this law. We'll change that law. Problem is, you forgot social media came into fruition, and it's been around for years, and they got your goddamn number. They know where you're coming from, and they don't give a fuck anymore. Every time they used to threaten to stay away from some shit, right? Like the bus boycotts and all that shit there. It used to work back in the day. This is a new day. This is 2025. They want you to stay home. So stay home, right? Give it to God. Give it to God. Yes, ma'am.
It's the delusions of grandeur for me. You know, the Blacks, they really do overvalue their worth. We all know they are the most financially illiterate group. They don't understand economics. And you know, it's just very funny to me that they're planning this boycott. Haven't they fucking learned? Nobody gives a shit about their boycotts or their marches. None of this shit. That shit is played out. That shit don't have no effectiveness anymore. And like, I hope everybody that's listening in this chat, make sure y'all go to Target on Friday, Walmart, shop on Amazon. Fuck all this ashy ass shit. And matter of fact, those same blacks, they getting their tax return refund checks. They gonna be shopping too. They can't stick to shit. They have no cohesion. But even still, whether they shop or not doesn't make a fucking difference, really. Nobody gives a fuck about you not coming to Walmart with your fucking WIC checks and your food snaps and getting juicy juices and all whatever the fuck they get. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody wants to deal with that. I'm sure cashiers would like to just do a normal transaction, not do all this extra governmental shit. So good riddance. The trash took itself out. Thank you.
Divested Rebel. I was coming to get you, Divested Rebel. I guess I wasn't moving fast enough. If you click the link again, you can be lit up. Sorry about that, Aaliyah. I went to go bring her up here. She was like, fuck them. I'm out.
They ain't doing nothing but talking. Because trust me, if they need groceries, if they need a loaf of bread, some milk or some eggs or whatever, if Walmart is all they got, or if that's the closest thing to them, that's where they going. They sit up and talk all this bullshit online. Don't nobody buying that shit.
How many videos have DZ showed us of these same blacks crying in the parking lot because the Walmart is closing? What we gonna get? We in a food desert. Where we gonna get our groceries? Eggs is expensive. I mean, they not serious.
That's why I said they.
They know they're not serious. Oh, it's the same group of people that riot the only grocery stores in their community and then be on like Snapple just said, then be online crying about they are hungry. They are not serious and they are slow. They cannot properly understand what they're saying.
Nobody believes you. Okay? Nobody believes you. And I promise you, I'm not saying this to hurt your feelings. I'm just telling you that you have done the work, right? And making sure everybody knows who you are. I'm going to tell you the worst thing y'all could have put on social media. Y'all kids acting up. Your kids doing little grown shit and popping fly and getting all extra with grown people online, having them, do. Y'all fucked up right there because your kids were your token in to people having sympathy for you. If you were going to act an ass on the internet, I don't recommend it, but that's you acting an ass on the internet. But you brought your 4, 5, 6, and 7-year-olds up here to talk shit to grown folks that you later want to have stores in your neighborhood, want to go give to GoFundMe's, want to Cash App you, want to stop the eviction from happening, wanting to put you in the Airbnb. You have to, ladies, if you need people, I don't give a fuck what the black community says. You're going to have to impress them. Black folks will tell you, I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. Well, you only have that, you can only have that attitude when you're doing for yourself. You can't have that attitude when you need others, okay? You see how this channel goes? And nobody gives a fuck about people disagreeing with us? This is not a cash motherfucking cow. I don't give a shit. But when you're asking people for stuff, right, you have to be a little bit more kind or have manners. Get y'all's children off the internet before y'all starve, bitches. Huh?
Girl, before we get out of here, we have got to get on that Elon thing with them emails. That shit has been winding my asshole.
I got a lot more shit to say. Where we going? We ain't going nowhere yet. Here's the thing. I got an attachment, right? Nobody believes you because when you go to Walmart, you funky whores. Let's go.
A crime report from your news leader now. Walmart getting tough on thieves by enforcing a nationwide ban on habitual shoplifters. WREG's Mike Suriani reports on how one Memphian won't be going back to any of the popular stores.
Well, it's raining, it's cold, it's generally miserable. So is there anything that could make this day worse? Well, yes, there is. Imagine being banned from every Walmart in the USA. One Memphis woman has that dubious distinction. Ashley Cross, charged with criminal trespass and theft of merchandise, is, according to the police report, a well-known shoplifter at this Walmart on Elvis Presley Boulevard in Whitehaven. So well known to Walmart that Cross is on an authorization of agency list, meaning she's banned from any Walmart location in the United States. Good for her.
There go your man. He said, good for him that you got banned up out of here. Black women, I don't know what you think you're doing out here. First of all, these niggas can't stand you. Second of all, who you threatening not to come in? Don't threaten nobody with a good time. You ain't doing nothing but shooting yourself in the foot. His cross-eyed ass is caping for not you, huh? Ladies, that woman up there has 14 mug shots. So like I said, threaten them with not coming, okay, if you want to. DZ, we spend money in there too. You got to. You got to. What's the alternative? You going to Kroger? That's white folks, right? You going to go to Publix? That's white folks. Aldi, white folks. Penny Saver, white folks. Save a Lot, white folks. Do I need to keep going? You got to. Or you going to grow some food? Well, it takes a little while to get a harvest, right? Oh, that's right. You don't have a yard. Your contract for your lease say you can't be digging in the backyard and shit. So what are you going to do? Stop with the idle threats. Listen, the 28th is a Friday. I'm going to shop my fucking ass off, bitches. I'm not getting involved in that. I am a bed wench. I am an assimilator. I am a comfortable motherfucker. I don't have time for fists in the air. And y'all been talking the same shit for years. Black women, black men haven't built you a goddamn thing. It would behoove you to get off of that Hotep, shea butter, ashy ass head wrap train and live your best life around this bitch. Fuck all that.
DZ.
Yes, ma'am.
Aaliyah read my mind because they need to pick a struggle. They want to boycott Walmart, but they're not going to work. They can't respond to a fucking email. They finna get fired. It's like they on the wrong side of every goddamn thing. I saw some TikToks of some mammy hoes offended that they had to respond to an email about what they doing to get paid.
Yep, I saw that.
Girl, that shit has been getting on my nerve. That they've been acting like it's been war ever since that shit went out. Are we talking about this right now, DZ, or did you have some more shit to show?
Go right ahead. I got more shit to show, but it's the perfect time to take a break because this is the thing. Ladies, if you are actually at a job where you're needed, you should easily be able to name 5 things you did this week. Right?
I mean, imagine. I'm sorry, what you done?
Go right ahead.
Oh no, I didn't know if you were done or not. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. What's the email? Why y'all mad at the email? Huh? In nursing, they have this thing called report, right? You have to tell the oncoming nurse everything that you did for the patient signs and symptoms, right? What's due next? You need to describe their skin. You need to describe any goddamn test they got coming up, so on and so forth. You're reporting. So the fact that you have to write an email saying what you did, what's the fucking problem? I suspect it's because you're not doing anything and you're in trouble. That part. Go ahead, Aaliyah.
No, I was just about to say, imagine my disbelief when you have people around here that are getting fired and laid off left and right, and they have the unmitigated gall to sit up and be mad over being asked to send an email to their supervisors of a list of 5 things that they got done that week, as if that's an unreasonable request. Y'all are not serious. Get out of these positions and stop playing and let somebody work these jobs that really want to do it. Because see, that's literally all he asked y'all to do. And it's been war over the last few days. And some of you motherfuckers have been out of work way too long if you think that's not a legitimate request. And I could tell you 5 things I did this morning. And that was today. What the hell have y'all been? Most companies have weekly or bi-weekly managerial or team meetings to make sure everyone is on the same page and meeting all their goals. I'm sorry, who else was trying to say something?
No, I was gonna say, Lee, I just wrote something like this in Discord today because I had my own meeting. This is a normal occurrence, and the fact that they are so upset about it, they so mad that they would ask this means that they're
lazy. And Cassie, they're lazy and they're anti for the sake of being anti. Y'all, they are so anti for the sake of being anti that somebody could say, listen, you're getting a raise this week and it's gonna be an extra $100 a week on your check. These bitches, because they are anti, well, I heard that it was supposed to be $150. What the fuck am I supposed to do with an extra $100? I mean, I'll take it, but don't act like, you know what I mean, you did something for me. You know how these bitches are.
Girl, they also are some fucking scammers. They're scammers. They're not doing shit. They getting these bi-weekly paychecks and they not doing a goddamn thing. Working from home, they ain't washing their asses. They ain't even doing basic hygiene, let alone anything for the fucking job. These hoes be on everybody's app, all these white men's app, whether it's Reddit, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever, bragging about the fact that they ain't doing a goddamn thing and bragging about how they got these remote jobs and they not doing shit. And these mammies in particular, they so fucking stupid, they fell right into the trap and proved the point that was trying to be made. These hoes ain't doing nothing. They're not needed. They need to be dismissed. They failed the test.
That's right. Listen, Caramel Mocha said wearing bonnets on Zoom calls. Everything has gotten so out of control. It's literally, it's like, where's the decorum? What happened to professionalism? What happened to shame? What happened to have a reputation with your balls? Right? You just gonna show up with a wife beater on, with your nipples harder than a goddamn diamond, right? And a bonnet sitting there and talk about you at a staff meeting. Are you serious, whore? All this shit getting cleaned up though. What's happening?
And you know, a lot of these mammy hoes don't have to answer to nobody at work, which is why they got so angry about being asked to just simply say what it is that they do. They were asked to explain what they do, 5 things that they do, and they were so pissed off about it. That means that none of their managers, supervisors, directors, VPs, no one, a very long time have asked them to do anything.
Here's the thing, Cassie, real spill, y'all, and I'm not even trying to be funny up here. It boils back down to black men. You cannot be out here acting like this when your group of men didn't build you anything. You are a guest in other people's house. I don't care if you don't believe me, but look at what's happening. Look at what happened with Joy Reid. Look at what happened to several motherfuckers. Listen, The View is next. I said The View is next. But anyway, like I said, you are a guest in these people's shit. You cannot be a guest. And if somebody came to your house acting like that, you would ask them to leave. You will tell them to kiss your ass. This is my house. And then the way I say shit goes, that's how it goes. Go ahead, Snapple.
But it's also the culture that was created with all this DEI show, these DEI trainings, and how to make sure these people have been coddled. They've been so coddled that they don't even understand authority or how to, a workforce that's supposed to be set up with structure and a hierarchy and a chain of command. Because they in these whack ass, stupid ass, racist DEI trainings all the time, talking about, oh, check your privilege, watch your tone, make sure da. So the supervisors probably just said, fuck it, because if I do anything or try to enforce anything, these hoes gonna call me racist. And y'all joking about the bonnet thing, I don't know, y'all might have been serious, but I'm pretty sure they actually were showing up with their bonnets and nobody said anything. Their supervisors didn't say anything because they didn't want to be blasted on social media as so-called racist and culturally insensitive and violating the DEI trend. Man, I'm so happy Donald Trump got voted back into the motherfucking White House to abolish all this woke ass bullshit. It's a new day around this motherfucking. Y'all hoes gonna come to work and y'all gonna be productive or y'all gonna get the fuck up out of here.
Ladies, and I know Aaliyah gonna have to jump in on this one. Something else happened, okay? Y'all need to stay to the end because they finally made it, y'all. I can't tell the difference anymore. They finally made it. But anyway, I just told you that you're a guest in other people's shit. I don't care if you do live in Blackistan, Philadelphia, Atlanta, the people that hold the ownership of motherfucking shit. They on top of shit and they don't want to see you coming. I told y'all that black women, ever since November, right, are the new public enemy number one, and black men are enjoying it, okay? They're actually solidifying it by calling you public enemy number one. I suspect somebody came over here and heard that shit. But anyway, ladies, we have a black woman, your average everyday black woman, slightly overweight, all the shit that you know about the average black woman. She put all her savings into a restaurant, she called it. I call it a karaoke club, pull up. And her neighbors don't want her there. All right. When I told you you're public enemy number one, I meant that shit. I am not a clickbait channel. Okay. You need to listen up here. Let's go.
Well, right now, some trouble for a newly opened Center City restaurant. The business owner claims she's being bullied by neighbors, harassed, who simply are not happy her business is there. Chubby Chicks opened up shop on Walnut Street. Our Alex George spoke with the owner about what all is happening here.
This small business just opened up 2 months ago, but in that time, they say they've received dead rodents on their door. Complaints made to...
Sorry to interrupt. 2 months ago. What happened 2 months ago? The election. I told y'all fucked up. Let's keep going.
Their landlord, and even received comments that their business doesn't belong in a prestigious neighborhood.
My life savings, my home, all that's wrapped up into this business. So it's not just if I have to go. No, it would be devastating.
Chubby Chicks just opened up at 1111 Walnut Street 2 months ago. It's a place where people come to eat brunch and celebrate.
We do karaoke on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. So it's so much fun. It's inclusive. You come here and you be yourself. And that's what everything is about here.
But since opening, owner Shakira Turner says things haven't been great.
We're basically not too welcomed here. I thought that we would be.
She says the neighbors have made several complaints to the landlord, requiring her lawyer to get involved.
They're saying that we're playing unusual music, that we're playing, that riffraff is coming out of here. And that's just not true. We're open from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. during the week. And they were saying that we were playing music to 2 a.m. We're not even here. And even going as far as saying that one of us was on the roof of their building at 2 a.m. and just basically putting in false claims to my landlord, which, really stirred up some issues.
She says she's even had one-on-one confrontations.
I even had someone tell me to my face that, how did I get here? Did I use my drug dealer baby daddy's money?
I can't do this. Ladies, who's surprised? Who's surprised, right? Ladies, I have a problem, all right? This is the thing. You saying all of this happened, and some of it could have. One thing I know about the nigga bitch, they film everything. You ain't got no cameras in there? I'm side-eyeing some of this shit. But ladies, she's telling the truth about the majority of it. That loud-ass music, the riffraff coming in and out, okay? The reason she's not producing any surveillance cameras is because her goddamn neighbors were telling the truth about that riffraff. Pull up. Let's finish up.
So it's hurtful. It's extremely hurtful.
And since, she says issues have continued, including stolen signs, food left on her back door, someone entering the business and flooding the basement multiple times, plus leaving dead rodents at the storefront.
Someone's left a rat 3 times in front of our building. So after us getting them up, throwing them away, thinking that maybe it was a fluke, it was every single day.
A video detailing the situation at Chubby Chicks is gaining traction on social media, asking the community to come and support the business.
It's disappointing in the time that we live in. So I just really wanted to be able to hold her close and show her that the community is here to support her.
We reached out to those neighbors' property manager, and we will update you when we get a response.
They ain't finna respond to you. They want Chubby Chicks to get the fuck up out of there. Ladies, we, the 92%, I should say, set this up. I've been to Philadelphia a couple of times, right? And that is not a nice neighborhood. I don't know why the news said that area is a piece of shit. But the business owners don't want her around. I'm side-eyeing some shit, though, about the extent to what this is happening, because every time a nigga bitch wants to prove something, she pulls out her camera. She pulls out a video, and she doesn't have any suspects on that shit. Ladies, I believe the neighbors. I believe they were very fucking loud. That's a club. Could you imagine having a bookstore next door and you hear a whole bunch of bitches singing Sexy Red? What?
And DZ.
Yes, ma'am.
That's when I said, when they said a rat is outside, I'm like, it's Philly. I mean, surely that's a common occurrence regardless. I mean, like you said, that's not a nice neighborhood. She's talking about it's gotta be some vandalism. Girl, that rat probably, anyway. Girl, first of all, this business model is absolutely terrible. I don't know why Black women keep doing this, putting themselves in these boxes. So you wanna advertise as Chubby Chicks. So y'all big and loud and unattractive and fat. Let me tell y'all something. This body positivity shit is over as well. Okay, so that she really shot herself in the foot. Don't nobody want to be no chubby chick. And honestly, If I wanted to go to that bookstore next door and I saw that shit, I wouldn't even go to the bookstore. So I don't blame the other businesses for not wanting her there, because it is a deterrent. It is a deterrent. Who the fuck wants to be around some big ass bitches that's loud screaming, "Hey," and it's the middle of the day and you just trying to run some errands and y'all just big. Her voice sounds fat. How your voice sound fat, bitch? Lose some weight in your neck so you don't have to sound like that. You're not gonna win the sympathies of the people sounding like that. I'm just gonna keep it 300. Okay, you have to present better than that. But no, this is a terrible idea. Black women, don't do this. Make your shit appeal to everybody. Don't just be appealing to fat chicks. Now, if I take my skinny ass up in there, if I wanted to give it a try, they're gonna be side-eyeing me, ready to jump me. It's gonna be hostility because I'm not fat. I'm not welcome.
No, Black woman, you did this. You did this. Hold on a second, Cassie. You did this 2 months ago, right when we were called crazy. And you should be able to vote for who you want to vote. Absolutely, you vote for who you want to vote for, but shut the fuck up. Don't go voting for who you want to vote for, not reading the room, and then coming back talking shit, because this is the type of shit, it has a ripple effect, right? I don't know who this woman voted for, but I know that 92% of us went the wrong way. And guess what? Everybody's catching it. Everybody's catching it. This is why the ladies that's over here, they got the American flag necklaces. They got we ready. But ladies, this was unnecessary. Joy Reid, unnecessary. Jemele, unnecessary. And that fat no neck having motherfucker that was clowning Black women being at the White House, completely unnecessary. Why are they like this? Aaliyah, do you have anything?
No, not about this.
Girl, I simply can't. What's happening, Cassie?
I was gonna say Patrick and her homegirl Squidward definitely did not vote for Trump. Did you see? Because I was real flabbergasted by that thing on her head. What they see y'all coming from a mile away. They can smell Mammy bitch from a mile away. I need some of these mammies to start researching some of the shit people say about them online. They mess around, jump off a cliff, because y'all bitches are embarrassing. Nobody wants to be like Snapple said. I'm not trying to be reading my book and I hear A off of every word, throwing me off of what I'm reading on the front page. It don't make no sense.
Look, I just don't want to hear it, to be honest with you. I don't want to hear it. Listen, y'all, I'm nasty with it. I just don't want to hear you. I don't. Anything that culture enjoys, I detest it, because I know what your community looks like. What the fuck you partying for? Did you see those goddamn grades your kids are getting? They can barely fucking read. Oh, I thought you were oppressed. What's with all the partying? Shouldn't you be in your community asking your men to build you something so you don't have to suck Walmart's dick down to the base so you can get a goddamn bag of chips? Huh? And with your chubby chick shit, I don't think you need a bag of chips. Try some fruit. But you can't get that without Walmart either. It just is what it is. All right? But I had some more shit for y'all.
One more thing, DC, on this. One more thing on this topic. The thing is too, because
is she going out?
You can hear me?
Now I can.
Sorry, I'm walking through the house. But I would say it being fat chicks isn't lost on me. First thing, when everybody else start calling Black women fat, it's, oh, you guys are stereotyping us. You guys are stereotyping us. But you got your big ass in this restaurant that you named fat chicks. That was not lost on me neither.
Y'all, it's some I'm not gonna show it to y'all, but there's some Black women no longer with us. It appears that your femicide rate is rising. Okay, it appears that it's getting more savage. I'm talking about this man is taking out you, all your children, and then himself. This has happened 4 times so far this year, and we're barely into March. We ain't even made it to March yet. They fucking y'all up. And I explained to y'all when stuff got real, because shit is real. Financially, the economy is looking very, very interesting, and stuff is a lot higher than what it used to be. Okay? People get stressed the fuck out. Your femicide rate is responding, and they are tearing you the fuck up. Okay? Since they mentioned unaliving of the self, because you can't say the S word up here, I'm not going to show that. But you're getting beat the fuck up too, by the way. You're getting beat down. Do you know how many men I've seen just this week, and it's only Tuesday, hit you cross your motherfucking face. Huh? It's over, ladies. You're going to have to go where you're comfortable. Now, if you're still only comfortable in the Black community, that means you got some healing to do, because the Black community is very toxic, it's very chaotic, it's very needy, and it prides itself on oppression, poverty, and violence. So if that's where you're comfortable, then there's some real healing that has to take place. That's it. That's the fuck all. Does anybody got anything before I make y'all laugh? Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to say thank you so much for bringing that up and reminding these hoes of what these niggas are doing out here. They so focused on Elon and Trump and so fake outrage. Meanwhile, their brothers, their uncles, their fathers, their sons are out here actually committing heinous crimes against them and you know, their fellow Black women, but that's why I can't take any of them seriously with none of this shit that they're doing. And that's why nobody takes them seriously, because even when Joy Reid was crying talking about the Asian, like you said, bitch, who was doing that? The Black people were the ones attacking Asians. We saw story after story after story, and they never want to hold themselves accountable, so they can shut the fuck up. Nobody gives a fuck about nothing else they have to say.
It's sad. It's really sad. Like I was saying, the Black community is very toxic and very violent. And ladies, it makes these mammies really, really rough around the edges. I'm talking about when they're in public, when they're on camera, when they're at work. It's almost as if you don't know who you're talking to because you see the Black male all over this bitch. This is kind of funny, I guess, but this woman, she sounds like a grown-ass man, and she looks terrible. And she's going to explain to you what the end of the night is going to hold for her. And it's just disgusting. Let's go.
I want to come on here and tell y'all good night. Waiting on one of my homeboys to come over here and bust me down. You know, he don't judge me. I have my hair like that. Night y'all could be a little nasty. Tell that homeboy, yeah, man, I just went and hollered at Big G. Yeah, man, she straight over there. All the while, Big Him bust me down, put it on me, But good night.
This bitch got food in her teeth, okay? And her homeboy come to mess around and bust a pussy up a little bit. Ladies, that community is done. It's done. She's okay with being a sneaky link to her homeboy who would never trot her manly ass out in public. She's okay with that. And I believe a lot of the Black community with those mammies over there, they're okay with how things are going, right? People like Jemele, she wants to go ahead and continue the bullshit going instead of saying, well, I usually don't like Trump, but he did celebrate Black History Month. That would have made her have a stroke to have to say something like that. So when you find yourself feeling sorry for these bitches, don't. I no longer do, because they won't do anything to change. And as a matter of fact, they're making shit worse. Now, does anybody got anything to say about that weirdo bitch? She scared me when I clicked on that TikTok. She really did.
Can I announce they passed a bill, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. So Big Zaddy Trump getting things done. That's all.
Some nigga bitch is gonna benefit from that, right? But they still gonna hate his guts, Snapple. They're gonna hate his goddamn guts. I can't do this shit. I can't. It's a circus. Like I was telling Aaliyah in that comment section on Community Wall. These bitches are gonna put Barnum and Bailey out of goddamn business. Pull up. All right, y'all. I'm going to enjoy my ladies behind the wall, and then I'm headed to TikTok, and then I'm gonna have some tacos. How about that part? All right. See y'all next time. Bye.